Namibia, etc. So really, this is, one of, if not, the center of where our human species migrated out to the rest of the world, searching for the origins of the universe from the origins of mankind.
Astronomy is an expensive game, even in places where the infrastructure is readily available. Out here, in the middle of the Karoo, where there's absolutely nothing, the costs increase almost exponentially. Getting one of these dishes up and running costs millions of rand. But before you've even costed that, you've got to figure in the cost of building the road to get the dish to where you want it to be. Everything has got to be built from scratch. So then the question becomes, why radio astronomy? Why does it matter as much as it does? Why do we pump so much money into that without any clear, immediate return on that investment? Let's find out.
Well, because we want to know where we come from. We also want to know where we're going. There's a lot of questions about our history. We are here to answer, and we hope to answer them through astronomy.
Because this is where a lot of technology is being bought. That's why I've got a cell phone today, is because of radio astronomy projects like this. That's why we've got an MRI machine for that medicine is using. If it wasn't for radio astronomy, none of that would have existed. So I think this creates that opportunity for development and moving forward in life.
The first CCD detectors, which is the precursor of the camera you're using right now to film this, which is developed for astronomy. And because people wanted to study this thing. And so it drives.
The big one also is Wi-Fi.
Say again?
Wi-Fi technology. The Wi-Fi that we enjoy, is called on social media. It was discovered by radio astronomers in Australia. So the technology we developed here is very transferable.
The same Wi-Fi I'm not allowed to have on at the moment.
Yes. It was discovered by people who are building this.
Why does all of this matter? Why does astronomy matter?
I think it's very important in terms of the investment, in terms of global resource infrastructure, and the fact that it's here in South Africa is absolutely incredible that we're hosting it. And for me, it's for the benefit of society in general, not just from a science perspective, but it's also human capital development. We've got young scientists and engineers that are involved in the design and construction of this, and we're trying to create that pipeline for young people to be involved in the operation of this to produce transformational science. For me, it's a technology development. So the technology that we're developing for a radio telescope can be used in various other applications. Good examples are X-ray machines. That was a product of radio astronomy. High-speed fiber networks. That's all thanks to radio astronomy. So I think there's the technology development that we're using in radio astronomy that can be used for much broader impact in the society.
For me, the impact that it has on South Africa. So we have young children who dream to become somebody great one day. So while this is not available for many countries around the world, we get this opportunity to do it here. And it allows the young African child to dream to become something one day.
The importance of dreams. Why does all of this matter, sir?
I think it's for me, it's actually to learn the universe, just understand how was it formed. Is it expanding, like they say? What is the future for the universe?
Why do you want to know that?
Because
our lifespan here is so short, it's not going to matter to you whether it exists in 100 years' time or not.
We have kids. Isn't that interesting that we know what happened in 14.5 billion years ago when the Earth was formed, or when the universe was formed?
Probably,
and our kids still need to learn that. I think with the technology advancement, I think they'll learn much more than what we're learning now. And this infrastructure, I think, can always be rebuilt to fit the purpose of what needs to be known in the future.
Why does all of this matter to you?
I think you get the sense that you're working on something that is greater than you. And from an engineering background, is to work on something that will be here long after I'm gone as well. So that's the main.
A legacy aspect for you.
Yeah, and inspire generations behind me. If you think people in South Africa get to be working on large-scale engineering projects like this, one hosted as a host country, and contribute to all the science activities that are happening in the world. And I get to contribute to that. It's inspiration for my own children as well.
Investment in something like radio astronomy enables us to, apart from partnering and participating in global research enterprise, I think enables us to develop a knowledge economy. It invests in critical skills such as science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And these are the kinds of skills that we're going to require for future generations, right? To be able to exploit the new technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data. And I think South Africa is placing itself in a really prime position to be able to exploit those opportunities, take advantage of it, and ensure that we are establishing long-term international collaboration and partnerships with the international community.
If you ask people in the rural areas about what astronomy is, or what an astronomer is, they're telling you a picture probably of a white male. So, but we now want to change that picture to say, how do we make it more exciting? How do we get young black people, young Indian people, young colored people coming and say, you want to be astronomers and what to have? That's what we're telling.
The question is, what if we don't do it? If we don't do it, we're leaving our society as being a consumer of information. And as consumers of information, we will never be the generators of information. Projects like this allow us to be the generators. They give us that opportunity, and it's right here. We need to be audacious in our creation of our society's future. And projects like this put it in our hands rather than somebody else's hands.
Somebody will say, well, the kids need food and education. The stars are still far away for them.
The difference is the answers that they will find in answering those questions will help us build better roads, will help us feed people, will help us build medical technologies. They will be the people that answer those questions rather than having somebody else solve their problems for them.
On that side, and then the 2 pointers, which is in that constellation of the Southern Cross. And with the Southern Cross, we can determine where true south would be.
We could be building bombs, we could be building whatever, widgets, pollute the environment. We're building monuments that can be used for science. I think it's a great thing.